I keep giving bad people good ideas.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and in today's video we're going to be talking about Battlefield 6, and holy fuck, I'm not going to lose my shit. I've been trying to record this video like 3 fucking times, and pretty much I upgraded my computer, and it's a good upgrade, but the thing is, it's like, I'm using my old computer to edit my videos, and I'm trying to transfer it over, and God forbid, dude, I transfer over a MP3 and an MP4 file to an editing, and it's like, you'd think it'd be simple, but no, it's like the fucking hardest fucking thing ever. It's actually harder than putting a fucking GPU in a computer. Surprisingly. It's bullshit. But either way, hopefully this video sees the light of day, and, yeah, no, pretty much with Battlefield 6, it's definitely worth the $70. It does suck that nowadays games are going up to being $70 fucking dollars, but I definitely do feel like with EA or, Battlefield Studios, whatever, the creators of Battlefield 6, they nailed it. At least they made it worth the consumers' money. The game's optimized very well. I played the beta with the 1080 Ti with an Intel i7. I'm not exactly too sure on the CPU, but it's an Intel i7. It was a pretty decent Intel i7 as well. Again, I don't know all the specs off my head, but I was playing it with the 1080 Ti, and I was able to run it high on the beta with the 1080 Ti, but it was more comfortable and a little less stressful on the PC to run it on medium, and it was pretty much smooth like butter. And since I did upgrade my computer, and it's actually crazy because I went from like Intel and Nvidia to just straight up AMD. And I got really lucky with this build. I'll try explain it all really quickly, but pretty much my friend he upgraded his computer. Not too crazy, but just a little bit better shit, and he wanted to shrink everything down. He wanted to do like a mini build. I've seen those getting really popular. I don't really understand why, but he wanted to do it, and I don't understand why they're getting popular, but I guess I kind of see why people like them. They're more compact, but I don't know, I like a full tower, and either way, he sold the GPU to my other friend, and I bought what was remaining of the computer for about $500, and again, with the specs, I got a AMD Ryzen 7 5700X. Again, I'm not too familiar with AMD, but I know the Ryzen 7s are pretty decent CPUs. I got 32 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM, so, and my last computer had 16. And then I have a Tough Gaming X570 Plus motherboard. Again, it's just nice because it has the built-in Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. And then I got the RX 960 XT. Again, pretty decent upgrade, and I just switched over my SSD, which was 4 terabytes, from my old computer, and then my friend was a homie and gave me 2 terabytes of 2 terabytes SSD, if that makes sense. So I technically have 8 terabytes of SSD storage, so I have no excuse to not have games on SSD or just not have space for games. At least I'm one of those retards where I like having all my games installed. I hate uninstalling games to install a game and then, oh, I want to play this game instead and I have to uninstall 2 games to install it, whatever. I just like having my whole library installed at once, so again, it's really nice for that. So again, pretty decent upgrade, and yeah, no, pretty much yeah, no, now I'm running the game more on high graphics, and again, I could probably run the game on ultra, but just to not stress out the PC and just kind of when it's more chaotic and all crazy and shit and all this crazy shit's going on, that it's not just glitching out or I'm losing frames or whatever. So again, just to be a little less stressful on the PC and just to kind of make sure I don't lag out or have any issues, I run it on high. And again, like I said, they optimize the game very, very well. I only crashed like one time, and I've been playing the game so far for like 9 hours, and to crash only once is pretty good, especially when the game just released. Again, this does feel like a fully finished game. Again, they're gonna have to release updates, release more maps, and add stuff. But so far with what they did give out for $70 and did kind of like, say they were going to do, I feel like they did. Again, I haven't messed around too much with the map creator, but I can't wait to see what people do end up doing with it, because I feel like we're going to see a lot of cool game modes and maps, and I just feel like it's going to help with the longevity of the game, and just kind of make this sure the game does live a little longer than it will normally live without it. Again, I feel like this game's a really good game and won't have an issue with this player base. Maybe once they release a new Battlefield, it might die out a little bit. But I definitely feel like it's one of those Battlefields like Battlefield 3 or Battlefield 4 where people are going to come back and play it. And I do feel like it was, again, heavily inspired by their past projects, which is nice to see a company actually do and be like, oh, this game was really good and people really liked it and we made a lot of money, so let's maybe take notes from it and not just recycle it completely, add stuff to it, but, add the stuff people like and enjoyed. And it's kind of nice seeing a game actually do that for once. And companies like COD and shit, like Treyarch and all of them, they don't really do that. It's like they'll kind of keep on having shit going that people do like. But for the most part, it's like, I feel like Battlefield at least kind of is still sticking to its roots a little bit, as like COD has like completely, I don't know, went to the void when it comes to sticking to its roots. Which again, I get games have to change, again, people's, like, I don't know, I guess, interests, like what people like in games and shit changes over time, and what's popular and what's not popular. But it's kind of nice to at least see, like, okay, last time I played Battlefield was like Battlefield 3 or 4, and I'm hopping into it, and there's a lot of new stuff, but then it also does feel familiar at the same time. And again, I do really enjoy that they did optimize the game really well too. Well, again, if you have a 10-year-old GPU like I did at one point where I'm using a 1080 Ti, you can still at least run the game. Like, you might not be on crazy ultra graphics, but you can at least run the game on medium and enjoy it and have a fun time with your friends. And then if you have better hardware like I do now, you can run the game buttery smooth, and you don't have to wait till they release an update 3 months later to fix the game. Or it's nice that the game runs well. Again, I have one issue, but I think it might be audio driver issues, because again, this computer wasn't sitting in my friend's house forever, but it was sitting there probably for a couple months. But I'm not too sure if the audio drivers are updated all the way. But I've noticed, at least in most games, the audio sounds fine. But at least when I run Battlefield 6, it sounds like World War III in a Pringles can. And I don't know if that's just Battlefield being Battlefield, and that's how they make the audio, and it's a little muffled and crazy because there's war and all, like, just to make it kind of more realistic. And there's just hell crazy shit going on all the time. But it does sound a little muffled, and I'm not too sure if that's my end with just having weird, glitched out drivers that I need to go in and fix, or if it's the game itself. Because I go back and replay the recording, and it sounds fine. So, again, it might just be a me issue. But besides that, I've enjoyed the game a lot, and definitely think it's worth the money. Does it suck that, yeah, games are now more expensive? Yes, it does suck, but at least they made it worth your money, and I feel like, at the end of the day, it's definitely worth it. Again, I haven't dived too much into the campaign. I might do a playthrough on it. But again, I feel like people kind of play Battlefield mainly for the multiplayer, and they killed it with it. And definitely having that map creators, definitely we're going to see some really cool things, hopefully with the community and stuff when it comes to that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications. And yeah, oh my god, I tried to record this. I've did long versions of this video, short versions. It's just, I hope this makes it. But again, the game feels buttery smooth. All the classes feel good. The guns feel good. And so far, I feel like, again, there's a few things they could maybe fix. Like if that's a little on audio, or just, again, there's a little bugs here and there with like the dead bodies and stuff like that, where they kind of ragdoll on the ground. Just kind of polishing up the game and adding more maps and stuff. But I feel like this game's in the right direction, and we're going to see some good shit from this game, and I'm so glad that Battlefield is finally back. But besides that, hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye, guys.
I ain't with the drama, you give me my love.